Hi, boys and girls. Today in reading, I'm going to teach you a very important skill called visualizing. Visualizing is when you use the words and the details in the story to make a movie in your mind of what the characters are doing, feeling, and seeing throughout the story. You're basically bringing the story to life by making a movie in your mind as you read. Now, reading takes a lot of imagination, boys and girls. If you use your imagination when you're reading, you can end up in a different country, on an adventure in a mountain. Reading takes you places just by using your imagination, right? You get to follow the characters. You get to do what they do. You get to see what they see. You get to feel what they feel. You get to experience all the adventures that they get to go on, all by using your brain and creating a picture in your mind as you read the story. So this is one of the most important reading skills that a reader uses because it's really important to understand what's happening in the story by making movies in your mind. So throughout this, later in this lesson, I'm going to ask you to draw a picture. So what I need you to do right now is go grab a piece of paper and crayons or markers or colored pencils, something to draw a picture and color with. All right, so pause the video. I'm gonna pull up our PowerPoint. You go get your supplies and then we'll meet back for the rest of this lesson. All right, pause and grab your supplies now. All right, welcome back, friends. So we are talking about making a movie in your mind or visualizing. Did you know, boys and girls, that when you watch a movie or a TV show, you're actually watching what the director imagined when they read the book? Yeah, all movies start out as written stories. And then someone reads those stories, someone called a director. A director reads that story and then imagines what the characters are doing and feeling and saying, and then turns it into a movie. So when you're reading a book, you're kind of like a director of a movie. You have to see the movie in your mind first before you can turn it into an actual movie. So, are you ready to become directors today? As we read longer and more challenging books, there are less and less pictures. That's why it's so important to be able to create the pictures on your own, in your own mind. As we read longer chapter stories, there are more words and less pictures. But the cool thing is that the words are very descriptive. They give you lots of details about what colors things are and what shape things are and what size things are. They also give you lots of details about what the characters do and what they feel and what they hear and what they see. So the author of the story makes it really easy for you to paint a picture in your mind because they give you so many details in the words. And because you're reading the same words as someone else who's reading the same story, you and your friend reading the same story might have pretty much the same picture in their mind after they read the story because they've read the same exact words. So visualizing means to make pictures in your mind as you read, like a movie is playing in your brain. So while you read, imagine what's happening in your head. This will help you keep track of what's happening in the story too. So if you're making a movie all along, and that movie, every time you read a new page or a new paragraph, the movie changes, right? The actors or the characters in your story are moving, they're changing, they're doing things, right? So the movie in your mind is constantly changing based on what you're reading. And that helps you keep track of what happened in the story so far. It's a way for you to also keep track of your stop, think, and retells. So when you're visualizing, use the words and details in the story to imagine a movie playing in your mind, right? Think about the things that your characters are smelling, that they're seeing, that they're hearing, that they're doing, that they're tasting, that they're feeling, right? Use all the senses to create that picture in your mind while you're reading, right? Use the words and the details to help you make that movie. So I'm going to read you a poem called The Stray Dog. And I know we've read this poem before, and that might make it even easier to visualize. So I'm going to read this poem to you. And at first, I just want you to listen to the poem. You can even close your eyes and really imagine the movie that's playing in your mind as you hear the words, and paint a picture in your mind of what's happening in this poem. After I read the poem, you're going to grab that piece of paper and your crayons, and you're going to draw a picture of one picture that you saw in your mind as this movie of this poem was playing in your mind. So don't draw your picture yet. Put your paper and your crayons down. Just listen first. So sit up nice and tall. Show me whole body mindful listening, right? And listen to this poem. Here we go. The Stray Dog. I wonder what he finds to eat in smelly garbage heaps. When the night is cold like this, I wonder where he sleeps. I wonder why he crouches down and trembles while he's chewing. Do people shout and chase him when they see what he is doing? This morning when he snatched the half of sandwich that I threw, I know I saw him give his stumpy tail a wag or two. I wonder if he might begin to trust someone who's kind. I wonder when she sees he's thin, if Mom might change her mind. All right, boys and girls. So grab your paper and your crayons and draw one thing you visualized as I read this poem. This poem gave you lots of details about where the dog was, if it was daytime or nighttime, if it was cold or hot. It gave you details about what the dog was doing, how the dog was feeling, what other people were saying and doing, right? So use all that stuff to draw one picture that you saw in your mind. I'm sure that your movie was playing and you saw lots of different pictures in your mind as the poem went on, but pick one picture that you saw in your mind and draw a very, very, very detailed picture of what you saw. Make sure to include a background and use colors to really show us what you saw in your mind as you heard this poem. So you can pause this video right now and read the poem again if you want to, or keep it on the screen so that you can see it if you need to draw your picture. So pause and draw the picture of one thing you visualized as you heard the poem. All right, friends, I can't wait to see your drawings. I'm sure they turned out really awesome. If you'd like to show me your drawings, you can have your mommy or daddy take a picture of them and send them to me as a message in Class Dojo, and I'd love to see them. All right, so let's keep going. So, in summary, boys and girls, as you read, you have to use your imagination to create a movie in your mind, okay? So can you say this with me? Open your eyes and visualize. Let's say that together. Open your eyes and visualize. That means to create a picture in your mind as you are reading. Make sure to include the things that you smell, the things that the characters see, hear, do, taste, and feel, okay? Bring these characters to life in your mind as you visualize the story. So now it's your turn to read. Go ahead, grab a book, whether it's a book that you have at home, a book from Raz Kids, or a book on Epic, and practice visualizing as you read. All right, boys and girls, happy reading, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.